Getting set for opening kickoff here on a Monday night. Washington High School's hosting Conley. Josh Graham, Archie Jennings with you. John McCormick spotting for today's broadcast. And Kyle Gallagher is back home in the meeting. Field on the W. Washington High School 50-yard line. Choppy Wagner Stadium. It's the home opener for the Washington Pan Pack, which owns a record of 0-2, while the Conley Vikings are 2-0. This game was originally slated for 3 nights ago before being moved up to a Thursday night, but due to rain and other weather scheduled in the area, it was pushed back to tonight. So both these teams are eager to get it going, and the captains are meeting at midfield to decide who gets the ball first. We've already introduced you to the starting lineups. When it comes to the keys to the game, Archie, it's all about how you stop Holton Naylors, the Conley quarterback. What are some of the things Washington's going to try and do tonight to make that happen?
Well, that's a good question because I talked to John Blank earlier in the week. He's dusted off the 2013 Currituck playoff game plan. Similar quarterback, like to move around, throw the ball deep, and we're going to put pressure up the middle, try to contain on the outsides, and with the defensive tackles on the inside. So essentially try to run him into coverage, Josh.
Coin toss. Washington wins the toss, defers for the second half. So Conley will get the ball first and give the football to Holton Naylors, sending a message early on that they feel confident in their defense to try and stop them. The strength of this team is certainly the defense, and Washington's going to lean on it. And we're all about set for opening kickoff. Washington has the navy blue tops on with the white numerals and the gray pants, gray helmets on as well, as both teams go back to their respective end zones to come out of the tunnel. Meanwhile, Conley Vikings have white jerseys on, navy pants with the navy numerals and the gold trim. Across the front, navy letters say Conley as they come breaking through onto their far sideline. The referee for today's game is Warren Ostrom Jr. The umpire is Pat Dostick. Linesman Patrick Faulkner. The line judge is George Smith. And the back judge, Cicero Finley. Washington High has taken the field right in front of their brand new Pan Pack Fieldhouse, which cost about $550,000 during the offseason. And it was a stressful day last Thursday when the game getting set to go and they were still painting things in there and adding accessories. So, and talking to Sports Sawyer before this one starts, he feels a whole lot better about this game, a whole lot less stressed. It's Labor Day. No meetings in between the game being postponed until earlier today at 2 o'clock where the team took the field for a walkthrough. As for Conley, after they left Thursday night, they had a 45-minute walkthrough back on their field after leaving here. And then got together around 1 o'clock today before riding over for this game. Both teams are in their huddles. Again, Conley has won the toss, and they will receive the football first, which sets up Ben McKeithen to boot it down. As Washington's number 2 receives the football and puts it on the tee at the 40-yard line. Conley will attack from left to right from our vantage point. Washington vice versa. Picture perfect weather conditions, 75 degrees. The sun is yet to dip yet, but it's a perfect evening for football here in eastern North Carolina. R.J. Daniels is back for Conley High School, as is Connor O'Brien. McKeithen will approach it from the right, left-footed kicker, boots into the kick. It's a surprise onside kick, and on it, Noah Harper for Conley High School at the 43-yard line. It didn't work. It's the second time Washington tried to start the game that way, and unfortunately, it didn't catch Conley off guard.
Not at all, Josh. In fact, we may have been surprised, but Noah Harper wasn't.
And he stays on the field as Holton Naylors leads out this Conley offense. Last year passing for 2,500 yards and 27 touchdowns. He rushed for 15 more touchdowns and 1,500 yards. 2 receivers to the left of Ehlers, 1 to the right. Ball's at the right hash. Colden Farrell's the running back. Snap to Ehlers. Left-handed throw near sideline. It's hauled in, and it will be just short of a first down. Medium gain throw. Penalty flags are thrown on the far side of the field. And that was Noah Harper who made the grab for a gain of 7 if the play holds up. And it's going to be an illegal formation. And it will move Conley back 5 yards, setting up a first down and 15 play. After the completed pass, right sideline, it appeared the formation was illegal on the other side. Or wait, it's going to be an ineligible man downfield on the far side of the field. I beg your pardon. Either way, first down and 15. 3 receiver formation for Ehlers. Back is Farrell. The snap to Ehlers. Quick throw left. Pass is caught by Deuce Fuller. He breaks out of 1 tackle, and he's close to the first down. Lunges ahead, and he has it for sure now. Gain of 17 yards before DQ McCullough, who was questionable to play, made the tackle just beyond first down yardage. First down Vikings at the Washington 44-yard line. Sets up first down and 10. Whistle blows, timeout, Washington High. After 2 plays, 21 seconds in, Washington calls for time, and we'll take it with them. Back in a minute on 103.7 WTIB.
First and 10 for the Vikings.
First down and 10 for Conley after the timeout. Quick throw left by Holton Ehlers is hauled in far side of the field. And it's C.J. Johnson making the grab on first down and 10. He's near the first down marker, and he's got it yet again, an 11-yard game before Rontavian Floyd can make the grab, or make the tackle, I beg your pardon. Another one of those button hooks, short drops for the quarterback Ehlers. He completes at the left hash. There's no score. 50 seconds into this first quarter. Ehlers looked at a blitz that Washington was sending, and now he tries to adjust things at the line. 3 receiver set. The back is Farrell. Ehlers has a clean pocket. Now here comes the rush. Lawrence tries to bring him down, and Ehlers is flushed out of the pocket, throws away left sideline. Good rush by Uriah Lawrence as he got there, and that's how you stop this offense. You can't let Ehlers get out of the pocket, and Uriah Lawrence found a way to close in and keep him inside his grasp.
That's that pressure up the middle we were looking for. The thing is, Ehlers is more elusive than you think. He almost got away, got outside.
10 minutes, 46 seconds left to go first quarter. No score. The ball's at the 40-yard line of Washington High School. Conley with the ball for the first time today. Vikings break the huddle. Holton Ehlers sends 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Coleman Farrell stays in the game. In motion now from the left to the right. Johnson, he takes the straight snap. Actually, that's Deuce Fuller. He breaks out of 1 tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Spins ahead as penalty flags fly in. Michael Clark was in on the play. I think he was the one held up. If this is a holding penalty. Jaquez Ruffin playing a little defense as well. He's a little guy, but he's feisty, and he may have earned this holding call to come in. Working hard in as he was held up by a Viking. So that's going to send Conley back. 10 minutes, 38 seconds left to go.
Josh, that's essentially what's left of the wing T offense that Conley has run for years and years and years. They'll still put Fuller in the wing and bring him across on the jet sweep.
Conley needs to get to the 33-yard line. The line of scrimmage is the 46 of Washington. You do the math. Actually, if you don't want to, it's 21 yards. Second down and 21. That's what we're here for. 3-receiver formation. First drive of the game. Washington showing blitz. Snap is to Ehlers. He's all alone in the Viking backfield. Throws across the middle. Pass is tipped incomplete. Rontavian Floyd got a hand on the pass across the middle. It was intended for R.J. Daniels as penalty flags fly in again. We'll see what the call is from Warren Ostrom Jr. And yet again, it's a penalty on Conley High School. We'll see what it is. Holding call. Penalties declined, though. So that'll set up third down and 21. And at this point, why not? You don't want to give them an extra down.
No, the defensive line is and the pressure coming from the linebackers is giving the offensive line for Conley a really tough time. They're struggling.
First-year full-time head coach Nate Connor has never beaten Washington before. 4 straight wins for Washington in the head-to-head series. Third down and 21. Snap is to Ehlers. He throws left. Has a man in the flat. That's Deuce Fuller, but way behind the line. He's hit and dropped by Quayshawn Gaynor. Quayshawn Gaynor, there was question whether or not he would play tonight after he missed a practice or two, but he is in, and he makes a big stop. 6'2", 180 pounds. He's a good one when he has his head on straight.
That was textbook, Josh. He shut the blocker and stuck him.
4-yard gain, which will make it fourth down and 17. Clock ticking at 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Here's the snap and the boot away by Will Whitehurst. Left-handed boot bounce at the 15-yard line. Matt Black lost track of it. He picks it up at the 8-yard line. He's hit by one Viking. The first one doesn't get him, but the second one does. Inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. Matt Black tracked it, and it bounced at about the 12 and took an odd hop away from Matt. And he picked it up at about the 8, tried to dodge backwards. And now Washington make it the 2-yard line is where this Pan Pac offense will start.
That was ill-advised. Sometimes you just have to get away from the ball. It just made a tough situation worse.
Matt comes to the sideline now as Washington takes the field. Only one receiver in this formation. Malik Bell is on the right side of the field, wide side, that is, as Washington attacks from right to left from the 2-yard line, first down and 10. Inside handoff goes to Sway Poe, and he may have a yard, if that. Short gain up the middle. 9 minutes, 10 seconds left to go. Sports Sawyer said he wanted to get the pitch game in effect, but I don't think he anticipated being right with his back against the wall on the goal line. 8:56 left to go. Clock moving. Sway Poe is in the backfield, as is Hakeem Ruffin. One receiver right, it's Bell, and moving first, Washington High School's Logan Kraft. Half the distance will send maybe Washington back a couple of inches, so not too much harm there. Conley looked like it was going to send everybody.
Really tough here to put in things you only worked on for a couple of days backed up like this.
Washington High School now gets set for second down and 10 as they're back to the original line of scrimmage. 2 backs in the backfield. Here's that toss. It goes right to Sway Poe. He's in his own end zone. Has to cut it back. He does. He's near his own goal line, but he did get in front of it. So Washington prevents the safety, but now will have a third down and 11 play from the 1-yard line coming up. Tackle made by Blake Mazzell, the senior playing at defensive end. Made the stop. We're now inside 8 minutes left to go. First quarter, no score between Conley and Washington High School. Malik Bell switches sides from the right side to the left at receiver. 1 tight end, 2 backs. Here's the toss left. Sway Poe's in the backfield trying to get out. He can't. He's brought down for a safety, and it's Chris Smith, the weak side linebacker, who got him. He had a 55-yard interception return for a touchdown, putting Conley on the board. And this week, he puts Conley on the board with a safety. It's 2-0 Vikings.
Smith's a senior. He really gets in there and disrupts. He's been a key player in both of the wins early on.
He's a good one, someone who can play both the outside linebacker spot and also play in the backfield, at defensive end. 2-0 Conley. We're going to take a quick break and be back in a minute for more Pan Pac football.
Yeah, they're inside blocking. They're moving around. No, it's needed. They got 4 coming in the middle and the outside linebackers moving around. Yeah. They got 2 guys in the front. It's an 11 point. Everybody's pinching, and then the 2 inside linebackers. Does that make sense?
After the safety, the Pan Pac will kick off from the 20-yard line. Ben McKeithen set to kick off.
2-0 Vikings on the safety. Chris Smith brought down Sway Poe. Here's the kick from Ben McKeithen from the 20-yard line after the safety. It's fielded in the air by Connor O'Brien at his own 35. He works left, gets around a block from Deuce Fuller across the 50-yard line, and finally pushed out at the Washington 45-yard line on the far side of the field. Connor O'Brien taking it off the hop and returning it 25 yards for the Conley offense, and they start in great field position here, Archie.
Yeah, twice now we've given them the ball with a short field. Hopefully the defense can rise to the occasion one more time.
Second drive for this Conley offense. Penalties derailed the first one before a very good punt by Will Whitehurst put Washington right at its own 3-yard line. Holton Nailers, the star quarterback for Conley, 3 for 4 passing for 32 yards. He has the snap. He throws left, wide open on that sideline. It is Noah Harper. He breaks out of one tackle, gets the first down before being dropped at the 25 of Washington High. It's a 20-yard gain on first down. Uriah Lawrence makes the tackle, setting up Conley at the 25, or make it the 24, moving in from the left hash. Quickly racing to the line are the Vikings. 3-receiver set. Ehlers, 3-step drop, throws into the flat, has Fuller on the right side. He shakes out of one tackle across the 15-yard line before he is bear hugged by 2 different Pan Pac players. That's Michael Clark. Coming in late was Cooper Anderson, and it's close to a first down again. He's got it for an 11-yard gain. Back-to-back plays, you have a 20-yard gain and now an 11-yard gain, which puts Conley in the red zone at the 13-yard line. 7 minutes, 5 seconds left to go first quarter. Low snap. Ehlers has it. Throws right into the end zone. Hauled in for the touchdown. It's C.J. Johnson. However, did he push off? Did he bring it into the ground? It looked like he had it, but he didn't bring it with them all the way to the field. They rule it incomplete right sideline, and just like that, the Pan Pac catches a break.
He really got up. Full extension, but when he hit the ground, as you said, the ball came loose.
Perfect throw on the fade, near side into the corner of the end zone. 3-receiver set again. Rolling out is Ehlers to the far side. He can run. He throws it at the last moment, and it's deflected away by Uriah Lawrence. Lawrence is actually chasing Ehlers, and he pushed him out of bounds at the last moment. It looked like Rontavion Floyd was the one who got a hand on it. And dropping into coverage as well out there was Turner Ragland. So it's an incomplete pass. Bring it up 2nd down and 10 for the Conley offense at the 13-yard line.
And Lawrence and Ehlers were having a conversation over there. I don't think they were talking about their current course load.
6:52 left to go in the first quarter. 3rd down and 10, not second. Don't know what I'm talking about. Back-to-back incomplete passes. Ehlers sends 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Make it 2 now as one comes in motion. Snap, jet sweep, handoff, fake. And Ehlers is going to run up the middle for a couple. He has a 3-yard gain to the 9-yard line, which will bring up 3rd down and 7, maybe 6 if they give him a good spot. Either way, 3rd down and 4th down a minimum for this Viking offense, and Will Whitehurst is staying on the sideline. Conley's going for it at the 8-yard line. 4th down and 5. Penalty flags come in, and it's going to be on Conley. We'll see what it is.
It's going to be on their bench, Josh.
Sideline warning is issued, so they won't suffer in yardage, but making it clear to be careful is Warren Ostrom Jr., the head referee today. 4th down and 5. Well, I'm kind of surprised that you don't want to add to that 2-0 lead. Two to nothing's the score. 6:16 left. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left for Ehlers. Snap. He looks right. Here's a fastball that's past Fuller and incomplete. He had him in the slot. Coming in late, potentially getting a fingertip on it, was Logan Little. Quayshawn Gaynor tried to rush. He may have altered the pass as well, coming across the right side. So it's a turnover on downs. Washington will take over deep in its own territory again. Its first drive ended with a safety. Chris Smith bringing down Sway Poe in the end zone. Washington takes over at its own 7-yard line. Frederick Holscher leads the Pan Pack back onto the field. Big stop early on for Washington. First time today we're seeing a 3-receiver formation. 2 backs are out there as well. Snap to Holscher. He hands it off to Hakeem Ruffin, running left. He breaks out of 1 tackle, has some room across the 15. He's across the 20, 25, 30, 35, and he's pushed down at the 40-yard line. A big run and then a late hit potentially as well to add onto it. Nick Brown was the one that got him late. Hakeem Ruffin with a huge run across the 40-yard line to the 41. If it holds up, it is a 35-yard run on first down. And that would be the biggest run of the year for anyone in a Washington uniform. And they're going to call a personal foul on Washington.
That was really unfortunate. I think the official had to call something based on that collision, but they really just ran into each other by accident.
They collided out of bounds in front of the Washington bench. So it is still a big run. Book it as a 35-yard run, but then the penalty afterwards moves Washington back 10 yards to the 31-yard line. Still first down and 10. Either way, 25 or 35 yards, that's huge to get out of your own end zone. 6 minutes, 4 seconds left to go. First quarter, 2-0 Conley the score. Snap is the Holscher. He throws left. Has Elks out there, but getting a fingertip on it on the baby hook near side is Jaquavion Bridges.
That's what we've been scared of. We're throwing those little short passes, and sooner or later, they're going to jump those routes and maybe make a big play defensively.
2nd down and 10 for Washington High School. 2 receivers are right, 1 to the left. Ball is at the left hash. 2 backs are in the backfield. Conley showing blitz on the far side, and the handoff goes into Sway Poe. He's met at the line of scrimmage by Jazion Daniels, and the 190-pound sophomore drops him for a minimal gain. That brings up 3rd down and about 8. Gets 2 yards. 5:45 left to go. First quarter. You're listening to 103.7 WTIB and Washington High School football here on a Monday night. This game was originally scheduled for Friday, then moved up to Thursday to try and avoid weather, but then pushed back inevitably for tonight. Low snap, fumbled by the quarterback Holscher. It's a scrum for it. It appears Washington was the first one in, but Conley players are pointing in their direction at the 28-yard line. Who has it?
He's signaling.
Holscher got it.
Yeah.
Holscher got back on top after the low snap, and then Sway Poe may have almost knocked it away from Holscher again, but the Washington quarterback dives on it. It's a loss of 5 yards on 4th down, and inside 5 left to go in the first quarter. Washington sets up the punt. 2 are back for Conley. Deuce Fuller and Connor O'Brien. O'Brien set up Washington or Conley nicely with a 25-yard return his last time. McKeithen stands at his own 15. Here's the low snap. He picks it up off the grass, left-footed boot, and it's right to Deuce Fuller at the 40. Fuller jukes right, gets across to the middle of the field now, 45, and hit at the 48-yard line by a group of Pan Pac players. Conley will start just in its own territory. There's Jaquez Ruffin again. He made the stop. A junior. He's 5'9", 145 pounds, but he uses every bit of those 145 pounds, doesn't he?
Timing was perfect there.
Here comes Holton Ahlers again. Washington needs to stay on the field longer to spell this defense. Conley has a ton of options. They scored 54 points in their last game, a 54-42 win over Aiden-Griffin, 35 in their season-opening win at Southeast Raleigh. Hard count for the Conley quarterback, Ahlers. Identifies a blitz coming up the middle. He fakes the handoff, runs right, and he's going nowhere. Austin O'Neill wasn't fooled. He had a tackle for loss and 19 tackles in the game at Tarboro. He gets the stop there for a loss of a half yard. We'll still call it 2nd down and 10.
That's assignment football. Austin stayed home. There wasn't really a read on that play. It was a keeper all along.
4 receiver formation, 2 to either side of Ahlers. 2nd down and 10. Anderson, the safety for Washington, shows blitz before retreating back to his receiver on the near sideline. Ahlers, a left-handed quarterback, takes the snap, looks left. Throws left in the flat, has his man Harper, but he is drilled for a short gain. Logan Little applying the wood there. The 6-foot senior telegraphed that all the way. It's a gain of 5 yards, setting up 3rd down and 5.
That's a big play, but still a gain of 5 to your point.
Let's see if Washington can hold yet again. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Ahlers fakes the snap, trying to get someone to jump. Washington doesn't comply. Nickel coverage for Washington on this play. Snap is to Ahlers. Handoff goes to Farrell. His first run is a 1st down behind left guard. Coleman Farrell had 4 touchdown runs against Aiden-Griffin. He gets the 1st down, a 7-yard rush on 3rd down and 5 before Mark Halbert could get to him. 1st down and 10 for Conley at the 38-yard line of Washington High School. At the left hash, Titus Williams gets set to snap it to Ahlers, who stands in the gun. Ahlers looks right, looks left, takes the snap, throws a bubble screen right, has a man, Johnson, who breaks out of 1 tackle. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5 in zone. Touchdown, Conley High School. A block was set up on the edge by Deuce Fuller. It took 1 man to miss for C.J. Johnson to get into the end zone. It's a 38-yard scoring play, and Conley's up 8-0.
Fuller and Johnson on the right side are like Mr. Inside, Mr. Outside. They work well together, and it really puts the pressure on the defense to get in man coverage like that.
For Holton Ahlers, that's his 5th touchdown pass of the season. The PAT is up for Whitehurst, and it is good. 9-0 Conley. Washington looks to get on the board for the first time this season when we return on 103.7 WTIB.
Conley's scoring drive went 51 yards. Number 19, Whitehurst kicking off for the Vikings. Sway Poe and number 4, Jaquez Ruffin are deep for the Pan Pac.
Will Whitehurst lays into the football, left-footed boot at the 5, fielding it for Washington's Jaquez Ruffin. He motors across the 15, middle of the field to the 20, and gets about to the 23-yard line before he's tackled to the field. Washington High School takes over yet again, a 35-yard run on its last possession, and things just spiraled a little bit haywire where Washington stalled. Conley capitalized on its following drive, a 38-yard touchdown connection between Holton Nailers and C.J. Johnson, the outside receiver. Holton is now 7 for 11 for 105 yards and a touch. Snap is to Frederick Kolscher, tosses right to Sway Poe on the far sideline. He breaks out of one tackle, gets across the 30 to the 32 before being shoved out of bounds as a penalty flag flies in front of the Conley bench. Conley's bench has already been warned. We'll see what this is as Frederick Kolscher comes near side to get the call from head coach Sport Sellier. And here comes Warren Ostrom Jr. We've already seen a lot of him tonight. He waves the flag and says that the flag is going to be picked up. Good game, though, on first down yet again. Sway Poe getting involved there. And it's a rush of 8 yards on first down, setting up second down and 2. Line of scrimmage is the 32-yard line. Ball's at the right hash. Conley shows blitz on the near side. Handoff goes right up the middle. And that's going to be a first down for Washington. Hakeem Ruffin just barreled ahead. Connor O'Brien, the safety, came in late to drop him. It's a gain of 5 yards. Clock ticking to 2 minutes and 17 seconds and continues to move here in the first quarter. Conley's up 9-0. Washington is starting to figure out things on the running game. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right for Holscher. He has yet to put one in the air yet. Toss play, goes left. Sway Poe looking for a block, gets one to get across the line of scrimmage, but not much more. It's a gain of 3 yards before Nick Brown shoved him out. Isaiah Carter also came late. Right in front of the Washington bench, he was pushed there. Sway Poe.
We talked a lot about the changes that Washington was going to make, but it's not lost on the staff that Conley gave up 583 yards on the ground last week.
My goodness, they spotted him at the 43-yard line. So that's a gain of 5. Hey, Washington will take it. Second down and 5. And Sway Poe now moves in motion deep in the set. He looks to have it in the backfield, catches it, and he is brought down. Conley wasn't fooled. Poe went in motion as the deep back out to the flat, and that gave Connor O'Brien a head start at free safety, and he brings him down in the backfield near the 40-yard line. It's a loss of 3 yards, setting up third down and 8 for the Washington offense.
I'm surprised at that call. That's actually one of the hardest throws in football.
Third down and a long 7.
3 receiver set yet again. Holscher completes his first pass, but it's for a loss of 3, or he's 0 for 2, I should say. He had an incompletion earlier on. Snap to Holscher. He looks left, throws left, off the hands of Hakeem Ruffin, diving in and nearly picking off the pass. Off the deflection was Jaquavion Bridges. That's the second time that Bridges nearly got his hands on the football. So Washington will have to punt again from its own 40. 46 and 8/10 seconds left to go first quarter. Conley's up 9-0 here in this non-conference showdown.
Our routes were not crisp there. We had too many people too close together, and it gave Conley the opportunity to break that pass up.
The first return for Connor O'Brien went 25 yards. Then it was Deuce Fuller taking it 10 yards. So both are double-figure returns on punts. Snaps back to McKeithen. He gets a good leg into this one. Calling off his teammates is Deuce Fuller for Conley. Ball bounces at the 30, takes a roll to the 25 before Jaquez Ruffin picks it up. That's where Conley will take over. 30-yard line. 38 and 3/10 seconds left to go first quarter. So glad you're with us on 103.7 WTIB. You're listening to Washington High football. No return there on the punt from McKeithen, and this is the first time that Conley has started inside its own 25-yard line. Line of scrimmage is the 24. 4 receiver formation. Colton Nailers comes back out there. Two receivers to either side. In motion goes Farrell to back. He has him in the flat. Instead, he throws to Harper, who drops the pass right near the hashes right side. The inside receiver had his hands on the football, couldn't quite grab it. Quayshawn Gaynor and Cooper Anderson broke on the ball late, but it's a drop for Noah Harper.
Josh, we've got a solid game plan here with this dime package. The challenge is Holton Nailers has seen 30 different defensive fronts.
Four receivers again for Conley. Even front for Washington High. You mentioned that dime package. Quayshawn Gaynor came late on the weak side, and he may have jumped the gun a bit early. Looked like he had a good jump, but Ehlers has been giving Washington some problems with this snap count.
Watching the film in both the Aiden Grifton game and the Southeast Raleigh game, he drew the defensive offsides several times during those games.
So with the 5-yard penalty, it's now 2nd down and 5 for Conley. Line of scrimmage, the 29-yard line. Conley attacking from left to right with the white shirts and the blue pants. Blue helmets with the Conley logo on the right side. 4 receiver set. Gaynor showing blitz again. Ehlers points it out and now retreats back into the shotgun. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws left flat, has Deuce Fuller. He has the first down. He has more across to the 40 before he's dragged out of bounds by Uriah Lawrence. It's another first down, and it's a gain of about 12 yards on 2nd down and 5.
You know, Pampack fans will remember Deuce Fuller. They're used to hearing his name called about 30 times a game.
Deuce Fuller, he had 8 carries, 110 yards and a touchdown last year. Very effective in that jet sweep, Archie. 4 receiver set here for Ehlers. First down and 10 with 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Inside handoff goes to Farrell. His first carry was for 11. This one is just for 2. Grabbing him by the waist and bringing him down is DQ McCullough. 2nd down and 8. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Let's see if they get a play in time. I don't think they will. 5 seconds left. Ehlers retreats in the shotgun. 2 and 1. He sees the clock expire. After 1 quarter, your score reads Conley 9, Washington no score. Back for the second quarter of play-by-play action in a minute on 103.7 WTIB. Second quarter of action starts now. Conley's up 9-0 on Washington High School on a touchdown pass from 38 yards out between Holton Nailers and C.J. Johnson. A safety was charged to Washington after Chris Smith brought down Sway Poe in the end zone. Now it is 2nd down and 7 for Conley, attacking from right to left as both teams switch sides. Conley gets set for a 2nd down and 7 play from the 44-yard line.
Defense is playing well. It's just you're not going to shut down Ehlers altogether. It's like holding a ball underwater.
That's Archie Jennings. My name's Josh Graham. John McCormick's here on site as well. Kyle Gallagher's back home in our studio. Holton Ehlers thought about taking the snap, takes his time, takes a step to communicate with his offensive line before going back into the shotgun. 4 receiver set, trips to the right. Handoff goes to Farrell up the middle. He's going to be close to the first down on the draw play, but I think brought down just short. Three Pan-Pac players had to bring down Farrell, who's a strong bat despite being smaller. And once again, calling on Jaquez Ruffin's name and Mark Halbert on the Washington defense. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 here, right at the middle in the field on the Blue W at Wagner Stadium. Whistles are blown, though, prior. And now a conversation takes place.
Josh, you're right. Farrell's not a big kid, but he really hits the hole.
Patrick Faulkner, the linesman, and Warren Ostrom Jr. talk it over for a bit. Ostrom Jr. now having a chat with Sports Sawyer, the Washington head coach. I don't know quite what this is about. We'll try and figure it out. But first, a word from our sponsor. We'd like to thank GW Walker & Sons of downtown Washington, Beaufort Community College, thanks to them, East Coast Equipment, Lee Chevrolet, Vidant Beaufort Hospital, and we have several more to name. 3rd down and 1 play, though, is a shovel pass left to Farrell. He has space across the 50-yard line to the 45, across the 40, and brought down to the field by Jaquez Ruffin at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of about 14 yards. On 3rd down and 1, they convert, and Conley's in business inside the Washington 40-yard line. Left hash, where the ball lies. Trips right to Holton Nailers. He throws a slant middle of the field. It's caught there by C.J. Johnson. Shakes out of one tackle and is tripped up at the 26. Check that. Deuce Fuller, the one making the grab. My apologies. He had 47 catches a year ago, and as you mentioned, one that you're going to hear a lot from tonight.
Conley's getting in a rhythm here. Their tempo is really working to their favor.
Looks like they're attacking Jaquez Ruffin a bit. That throw went right into his direction in the middle of the field. 1st down and 10 at the 26-yard line. Snap is to Ehlers. Ehlers rolls left, looking downfield, throws it away as Michael Clark pursues. 2nd down and 10 coming up. That was a broken play, Archie.
Yeah, but, Ehlers really makes some hay out of broken plays. He likes to throw right, interestingly, but run left. So if he comes out of the pocket, look for him to go down the left sideline.
We also thank nationwide agent Dave Alton, Rod Cantrell of Edward Jones Investment, Williams Auto Body, The Rich Company, Pizza Inn, David's Trash Service, and the Potash Corp. Aurora. 2nd down and 10 from the Washington 26. Conley's up 9-0 with 11:03 left to go. Sun is beginning to set here on a beautiful eastern North Carolina evening. Snap is to Ehlers. He throws into the flat right. Has Noah Harper. He lunges across the original line of scrimmage and gets a couple. Nazir Hardy came across from the corner spot to apply the hit.
That's really close to a pick pass. A lot of people would call that, but it's just perfect timing on Conley's part. It's not really a violation.
3rd down and 5 coming up after the short gain to the right. Trips receivers set up to the long side of the field as Conley attacks from right to left. On the far side, it's C.J. Johnson. He has the lone touchdown. Snaps to Ehlers. He throws to Johnson. He has him at the 10, and he swung down at the 7-yard line. Nazir Hardy couldn't get there in time. It's a big-time completion yet again, and it looked like Holton Ehlers just saw his target, and he knew where he was going to go, identifying the single coverage. Three receivers again in the formation for Conley. It's 1st down and goal from the 9-yard line. Snaps to Ehlers. He hands it off to Farrell, and nothing doing there. DQ McCullough, a tackle for loss of 1 yard to the 11. Make it 2 yards. 2nd down and 12 coming up, or 2nd down and goal from the 12-yard line, forthcoming.
I think they were just giving Ehlers' arm a rest.
4 receivers again for Conley. Ehlers calling the shots, audibling at the line, may have changed the play. He takes the snap, looks right, sees that single coverage with Johnson, nothing there. He's bear hugged and brought down. Turner Ragland applies the hit, brings down the big Conley quarterback, and once again, with Conley attacking inside the 10-yard line, this Washington defense is standing tall.
That was the game plan executed to perfection. Defensive end or tackle stayed home, and we ran Ehlers right into him.
Conley breaks the huddle. and there seems to be some confusion here. 9:05 left to go. It is 3rd down and goal from the 14-yard line. In motion's Farrell from the right of Ehlers to the left. Ehlers has the snap, throws moving, and the pass is incomplete. He had a man across the middle of the field, and it fell onto the field incomplete. A couple of players were in the area, but unable to convert, bringing up 4th down, and it appears that they're going to kick this time. What should be a 31-yard boot. They like their kicker, Will Whitehurst. He has a leg between 40 to 50 yards, according to their head coach, Nate O'Connor, from the right hash. This is a line drive boot that's underneath the crossbar. It was a good snap from Williams and a good hold from O'Brien, but it was a line drive just over the line, and it fell short of the goalpost. Washington will take over from the 20-yard line.
We really got lucky there. We were fortunate. Conley was clicking on offense. We got that disruption into play, and we're going to turn it over on downs. Well, actually, after a missed kick.
8:49 left to go in the first half. Washington trails it 9-0. Frederick Holscher races back onto the field for the Navy-shirted Washington Pampack. 3 receivers in the formation, 2 backs. Inside give goes to Hakeem Ruffin. He has room across the 30-yard line. He's across the 40, and he is brought down by the safety, the last defender there, Connor O'Brien. It's a huge gain on 1st down yet again for the Washington offense, and it's a huge gain for Hakeem Ruffin. The 5'11 junior breaks off a 24-yard run on 1st down. Washington has it 1st down and 10 at the 44.
Josh, he's got that nagging leg injury, but when he gets out over his knees like that, I don't think he's thinking about the injury.
We'll see if they can get a little bit of balance here, though, Archie. 2 receivers, 1 to either side of Holscher, and the handoff goes to Sway Poe this time. He's going to run to the far side of the field, near side, and it's going to be a big gain on 1st down of 7, maybe 8 yards, depending on where the spot is. The official is marking a 1st down. Sway Poe reached the football ahead of the line. They're going to give him 11 yards, and this Washington offense is starting to click.
Sway loves that call. He can actually outrun the angles and get to the outside.
Both play calls have been handed to the far side of the field for the running back, giving them a little bit of room to operate. Now Frederick Holscher, an awkward handoff up the middle, and it costs Sway Poe. He's dropped right at the line of scrimmage by Jazion Daniel. 9-0 Conley the score, 8:10 left to go in the first half.
I think we got a little overconfident there. We had some success on the edges and then tried to go right up the gut.
Sway Poe comes to the sideline. Jaquez Ruffin, despite playing a lot on the defensive side of the ball, comes in here to join Hakeem Ruffin in the backfield. Out wide to the left, Dawson Elks. To the right, on the short side of the field, is Malik Bell. Holscher with 2 backs next to him. Takes the snap. Both backs run into each other. And Hakeem Ruffin, off that miscommunication, it seemed, was exposed and brought down. Penalty flags fly in. And there's some pushing and shoving right at the line of scrimmage. It was tough to tell who started it. We'll see. The officials break it up nicely to prevent things from getting out of hand. Conley is adamant the penalty's on Washington High. But the question is, are you getting the initial call or are you getting the reaction? Washington's going to get a personal foul call. Jeremy Joyner was the one that was shoved, it appeared, and he had the biggest of reactions, the big defensive tackle from Conley. It's mistakes like this, Archie, that can kill drives.
Yeah, we're having a little issue maintaining our composure over the first 3 games. There's no love lost between these 2 teams, Josh. We were conference rivals for years, for the last 4 years, and then stayed on the schedule. Each team looks forward to this, and there's a lot of energy out there.
It is 3rd down and 24 from the 41-yard line of Washington High. 2 receivers in the formation. You'd expect a run here, but we'll see. Snaps the Holscher. He looks to pass. Clean pocket. Throws across the middle. Has Drew Ferguson out there. It's over his head and intercepted by Bridges. Bridges fields it at the 35. He gets to the far side of the field. Has a couple of blockers across midfield to the 45-40. And then penalty flags come flying in from all directions as Bridges takes it back to the 35 of Washington High School. Hit and injured down on the field for a couple moments was Logan Nichols, the left guard. He lost his helmet, and it's going to be an illegal block on Conley, which will limit the return, but he had Drew Ferguson right side. He just couldn't bring it down soon enough. He overshot him.
Yeah, a couple of things there. Number one is he was open, should have hit him. Second thing is Drew's got to play defense as soon as that ball goes over his head. We shouldn't have had this big a return.
Holster's now 1 for 4 for -3 yards with an interception, which on the year makes him 12 for 34. Ball will be placed at the 47-yard line of Washington High. 9-0 Conley with 7 minutes left to go in the half.
This is where we've got to stand up to this adversity. Coach John Blank was talking about our challenges around that this week.
We'll see what Conley comes up with here. They haven't beaten Washington in 5 years. 9-0's the score. 4 receivers in the set before halting plays the head official. Now he stands back, and Holton Ehlers can take a snap. He does so, hands to Farrell, runs right, and at the far hash mark, he's brought down for a gain of 2, maybe 3 on the inside draw play. 6:50 left to go, clock moving here in the first half. Washington has yet to score this season. Trying to change that, though, but they need a defensive stop first. It's a 3-yard gain on first down, setting up 2nd down and 7.
You got Fuller and Johnson on this side. Look for them to go up top.
That's on the left side of the field. 2 receivers are to the right as well. Ehlers wants the snap, but then something was yelled at him by his head coach, Nate Connor, on the right side. He's also the offensive coordinator. Ehlers is still looking in that direction. Maybe a change of play. Dime package for Washington. Snaps to Ehlers. He looks right, throws right, and it's hauled in just before the sticks by Cameron Davis out there. Short of the first down. And it will set up 3rd down and about 1 yard. Inside 6 minutes left to go. That was some catch over there. Ehlers thought he had a player jump. The officials do not call it. Play clock is at 20, so Ehlers has all the time in the world. 4 receiver set. Faking the handoffs, Ehlers. He's going to run for the first down and more. He barrels over one, Pan-Pac defender. He's across the 30, inside the 25 before being hauled down near the 20. It's a big gain on 3rd down by a big man, 6'4", 235. You got to keep an eye on him at all times.
That's the thing. It looks like a zone read, but it's really a keep all the way for him. Gets him to the 2nd level of the defense, and the matchups are in his favor then.
4 receivers again. Conley's going to race it, no huddle. Looking right is Ehlers. Throws there, and the pass is caught. And it's going to be another first down for Conley High on the right side. R.J. Daniels was in the area. It looked like he was the one to bring it in. First down for Conley as they changed the numbers. He used to be number 4. He's down number 89.
They're having a lot of success with the slants. We got to take the inside shoulder.
4 receiver set again in motion. Here comes C.J. Johnson. Make it Noah Harper. He takes the carry on the jet sweep, and he is going to be hit for a loss. John Blank is fired up on that Washington sideline, and that's because Quayshawn Gaynor and Michael Clark hit Noah Harper in the backfield on the jet sweep. It's a big loss. And the line of scrimmage now going to be the 14-yard line on the loss of 6. 2nd down and goal from the 14 of Washington High School. 9-0's the score. Ehlers trying to get a Washington defensive lineman to jump. Once again, they don't accommodate the quarterback. 4 receiver set. Ehlers has the snap. Looks left, pumps fake. He rolls right, has a man in his face, throws it to the corner of the end zone, has a man Fuller, and that's pretty. Touchdown, Conley High School. That's an example of a play that only he can make. He rolls right, had Austin O'Neill in his face as he threw a touch pass over the top on a wheel route, and Deuce Fuller hauled it in right sideline.
That was a big-time throw. These guys, when they break coverage, they tend to just streak like you do in the backyard, and he hit him right on the numbers.
15-0. Conley High School with 3:58 left to go in the first half. Will Whitehurst to add the PAT. Snap ball down, and he boots it through. 16-0. Conley High leads Washington High School. We'll be back for more play-by-play action in a minute on 103.7 WTIB. Conley leads at 16-0 after the 14-yard touchdown pass from Holton Nailers. Whitehurst to boot the ball down. It's a squib kick up the middle. Inside 4 minutes left to go in the half. It's picked up by Washington High, and Uriah Aaron returns it about 4 yards from the Washington 25 before being dropped near hash mark, moving from right to left, or from left to right, I beg your pardon, before being dropped. Uriah Aaron brings it to the 29-yard line. That's where Washington will take over again. Let's get an update on the stat sheet where Sway Poe has 8 rushes for 25 yards. Hakeem Ruffin, though, 3 rushes for 64 yards. Let's see if Washington can add to that here. A score would be huge in so many ways for the Pam Pack. 3 receiver set. Handoff up the middle. It's Sway Poe, and he's hit at the line. There is a huge crowd of players in the area. Poe just couldn't break free. And it's going to be no gain on first down. Caleb Moy and Blake Mazzell, a couple of those big defensive linemen, just clog things up and make things congested across the middle of that line.
Plus, we're trying to run a crossbuck there, and we're just not getting the deception that we're used to, and it's almost just like a dive left.
3 receivers in the set again. 2 are right of the quarterback, Holscher, 2 in the backfield. Here's the snap. Holscher has it. Throws in the flat. Bridges once again had a good beat on it. It's incomplete and behind the receiver, Malik Bell. 16-0. Conley's up, and Washington's facing a 3rd down and 9 play.
Josh, I'm really concerned here. The double button hook on the same side is just not open. They're going to jump that eventually.
Washington needs a conversion here. There's no doubt. 3 minutes and 7 seconds left to go. From the 31-yard line, here's 3rd down and 9. Snap the Holscher. Throws a slant route that's deflected before getting to Dawson Elks. Ryder Bennett got a hand to it, and Washington will have to punt. Frederick Holscher struggling to find a groove. But then again, you got to give credit to this secondary for Conley. There's not much going there for Frederick to throw to. Ben McKeithen to punt. 3 minutes, 3 seconds left to go in the half. 16-0. Conley's up. Standing at his own 18-yard line, Ben McKeithen awaits the snap. He has it. Steps into it. The left-footed boot. Waiting for it is O'Brien. He'll return it after fielding it at the 43. Breaks out of 1 tackle, and huge hit at the 48-yard line, and a penalty flag comes in. Mark Halbert may have went helmet to helmet. It was an enormous collision, and it might lead to Conley crossing midfield. No, wait. They're going to say a illegal hit or a personal foul might have came to Conley. And a play that was that immediate without much pushing afterwards, you'd think that the penalty would have been on Washington High. Heck, the chains thought the same thing. The chain crew was moving down as if it was a 15-yard penalty. The flag was actually on Conley for a personal foul. So moving back to the 34-yard line. Washington needed that. 2:54 left to go. They need a lot to go their way right now. 16-0 as Conley takes over. Let's see if the defense can get a takeaway. Holton Ahlers in the gun. Calls shots at the line. Looks to his far sideline. That's where Conley's bench is. Now he wants the snap, takes it, looks right in the flat. He pump fakes there, now rolls out, gets away from one defender. He's going to run across the 35-yard line. He dives ahead to the 40. Michael Clark made the tackle. Austin O'Neill was once again in the neighborhood, couldn't contain Ahlers. And it's going to be a gain of about 8 yards, setting up second down and short.
We flushed him out of the pocket, but he's so comfortable running the football, he turned it into an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, snap is to Ahlers, looks right. Here's the pass in the flat. It's caught, drilled as he caught it was C.J. Johnson. It just wasn't in time. Or wait, no, that's Deuce Fuller again. He's everywhere, man. 2:17 left to go. The clock stops for just a moment. Washington wants to change personnel a bit. Turner Ragland and DQ McCullough come out of the formation. 4 receivers set once again for Conley. From the right hash, Ahlers has the snap. The left-handed quarterback throws right, and it's away from Fuller. Incomplete.
Time because Deuce Fuller didn't see it coming.
2nd down and 10 now for Conley. Line of scrimmage is the 47-yard line. Conley still on its own side of the field, attacking from right to left. Here's the throw right. 5-yard gain for Johnson. He breaks out of a tackle, though, and he shakes his way across the first down marker. After the missed tackle, Cooper Anderson pushed C.J. Johnson out of bounds. It's a gain of 10, maybe 11. Out of bounds, so... Wait, they're going to say he stepped out 3 yards short. I beg your pardon. It was at that far sideline, but no worry for Conley. It appeared Washington jumped middle of that defensive line. Those are mistakes you can't make. Raekwon Ross jumped.
Josh, Ahlers steps up almost before every snap and does a check with me, looks over at his coach, but he does it in such a way it looks like the ball's getting ready to be snapped. It's very, very deceptive.
His head coach is Nate Connor. He was the interim coach last year. This is his first season as the full-time coach. Ahlers has the first down snap. He throws a slant, has C.J. Johnson. Johnson breaks away at the 25. He's inside the 20, and he is pile drive to the field at the 12-yard line. A Washington player is down and apparently hurt. Nazir Hardy was the one to make the stop. Another big gain, though, on first down, and it's going to be first down and 10 from about the 10-yard line with the reach from the wide receiver Johnson. Toss play goes right to Farrell. Farrell is going to barrel his way inside the 5-yard line. He's dropped on the far side of the field for a gain of about 6 yards, bringing up 2nd down and goal from the 4.
That's the second time we've seen that really well-conceived play. It looks like a pitch sweep, but it's actually a forward pass.
R.J. Daniels and Noah Harper, a wide to the left, to the right side of the field. It's C.J. Johnson and Connor O'Brien. Timeout on the field. It's called by Washington. We'll take it with them. 16-0 Conley on our scoreboard. Washington looking for another stop inside their own 10-yard line.
High School want to let you know they are selling seat cushions tonight at the Band Booster concession stand. Make your experience in Wagner Stadium just a little bit more comfortable. Purchase a Band Booster seat cushion at the Band Booster concession stand located near the new field house on the visitor side of the field. This coming Friday night, September the 9th, the Pan Pac has an open date and has the week off. The next week, September 16th, the Pan Pac travels to Roanoke Rapids as they continue their 2016 campaign. The next home game for the Pac is right here in Wagner Stadium, a Thursday night game, which will be televised as the Pan Pac hosts the Vikings of Kinston right here Thursday night, September 22nd. Support the Pan Pac home and away in 2016.
16-0 Conley at the 3-yard line. It's second down and goal. Conley marching in, looking to add to its lead. Trips receivers to the left and one to the near side of the field right. As Holton Ahlers awaits the snap here with 1:14 left at the halftime. Ahlers fakes the handoff to Farrell. He dives his way towards the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Conley Vikings. Holton Ahlers with the touchdown run to extend Conley's lead. It's 22-0 with 1:10 left to go.
You know, we've called Uriah Lawrence's number a lot. He's a great player, a little sophomore that's coming along really well. Holton Ahlers just trucked him.
It's amazing. That's why Florida, Florida State, Oregon, and Tennessee have all been in touch, and many others. ECU and NC State have offered him. The extra points added by Will Whitehurst. It's 23-0. We're back in a minute for more play-by-play action on WTIB. The score reads 23-0 Conley after the latest touchdown produced by Holton Ahlers. Will Whitehurst puts the ball in the tee, boots it down, fielding the football at his own 5-yard line. Jaquez Ruffin. Not many blocks, though, set up for him. He gets across the 10 and not much else. Out to about the 14-yard line for a 9-yard return. Jaquez Ruffin didn't really find much help there. Way back on the huge boot from Will Whitehurst.
Special teams coaches are not going to be happy with that. There are 3 or 4 Conley defenders that came through untouched.
In terms of the special teams, Washington hasn't had much to do there in the kicking game, aside from a couple punts. 1 minute left to go in the first half. 3 receivers are out in the formation for Frederick Holscher. The handoff, though, to the lone back. It's Swaypo, and he's going nowhere. Loss of maybe a half yard. A penalty flag is tossed in late by the head referee right behind the play. That's Warren Ostrom Jr., and the flag is on Washington to push him back. At this point, I think you're just trying to get into the halftime locker room, aren't you?
That's right. And Warren's going to make sure that we go into the halftime locker room with him in charge.
Warren Ostrom Jr., the head referee, as we mentioned. Frederick Holscher stands right next to his head coach, Sport Sawyer, awaiting the call on second down. Make it first down. Should be second, depending on if they accept or decline the penalty. Timeouts called by Conley. We'll hash things out. The markers say second down, so I don't think they accepted the penalty. How about we get a word from our sponsors? Washington High School, brought to you by G.W. Walker & Sons in downtown Washington. the Potash Corp Aurora, East Coast Equipment, David's Trash Service, Halo's Hospital Pharmacy, Pizza Inn, The Rich Company, Vidant Beaufort Hospital, Beaufort Community College, Nationwide Agent Dave Alton, Williams Auto Body, and Rod Cantrell of Edward Jones Investment Group. We appreciate all of you for being a part of our broadcast and making it possible for us to do so. And here's to hoping that things turn around here for Washington High. 16-0 at the moment, or make it 23-0 with the latest score. We'll have the scoring summary and an update on stats at halftime. Our crack intern here, John McCormick, or our spotter, I should say, has been hard at work here. And also Kyle Gallagher's back home in our studio. There are some games here in eastern North Carolina to tell you about, and in Beaufort County specifically. 52 seconds left to go. It's 2nd down and 21 for Washington High School. Snap goes to Sway Poe. He's running backwards. He is brought down near his own goal line, but it was with forward motion outside of the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if Conley's calling timeouts at this point to stop the clock. Ryder Bennett drove Sway Poe backwards, bringing up 3rd down and a half a mile. A 3-yard loss pushes Washington to its own 4-yard line for this 3rd down play, Archie.
Right. So it looks like Conley's probably going to get the ball back with, 35 seconds or so left. And that's plenty of time with half a field for Holton Ahlers.
You have to imagine it's going to be a run for Washington on this play to force Conley to take all of its timeouts. Also, you don't really want to take too many chances being backed up as far as you are right now of a second safety. I expect just an inside handoff here. What do you think?
Yeah, you'll get the inside handoff, and we'll try to get it to Ben McKeithen to punt us out of here.
Washington trying to stave off some trouble. 47 and 1/10 second left to go. 23-0. Conley's the score. And Conley hadn't even got all its players on the field yet before the snap came to Holscher. Holscher hands to Sway Poe. He gets about 5 yards on 3rd down. Timeout, Washington. Conley, excuse me. Connor O'Brien swung down Sway Poe at the 9-yard line. So from the 9, it's 4th down for Washington, and they'll punt it away with 40 seconds flat left to go. Again, if you're just joining us, here's the story. Holton Ahlers has been doing a lot of things that we'd expect from someone of his caliber, but also Washington has beaten Holton Ahlers the last 2 years and beaten Conley in 5 straight meetings to be exact, and they've all been close games. 35-34 last year in a classic, 30-24 the year before, 28-21 in 2013 after Washington was down 14-0 after 3 quarters. In 2012, once again, Washington was down 2 points going into the 4th, won 26-21. In 2011, a 41-0 defeat for Washington. That's the last win for Conley in the head-to-head series.
Everybody on the Conley sideline knows that, and that's why they're trying to get everything they can get here in the first half. I think they're going to get it back, as I said, with about 35 seconds left.
Nate Connor, the head coach of Conley, said it's a rivalry. Kids are closer to the Washington line to Washington High School than they are D.H. Conley with the way the state lines work a little bit. So, heck, these kids know each other. They're close, and that's why it's a fun non-conference matchup to play. Clock starts moving for some reason with 38.1 now showing. A 2.5 red or went off the clock. So it looks like they're going to have to put it back on the clock. Now 42 showing. So
yeah, that was a nice
2
try.
seconds too many. Officiating crew now set things up. Here's the punt from Ben McKeithen. It's a line drive to O'Brien, who has it at the 40 already of Washington. He jukes out of one tackle and returns it 11 yards to the 29. So with 33 seconds left, it's a punt of 30 net yards, and then an 11-yard return sets up Conley nicely from the left hash. They have a chance to add to a 23-0 lead. Here comes that man.
Yeah, they're out of timeouts. Look for that wheel route that they hit earlier in the half.
Holden Ahlers completed that pass to Deuce Fuller on an absolutely perfect throw with pressure. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right in short set. Rolling right is Ahlers. He throws one deep towards the end zone, but it's way over the head of both Nazir Hardy in coverage and the wide receiver, C.J. Johnson. Johnson already has a touchdown from 38 yards away. Deuce Fuller caught the other one. Holden Ahlers has run for a score, and a safety caps the scoring. 4 receivers out yet again. 27 and 6/10 seconds left to go in the half. Ahlers has the snap. He rolls to his right. Has some pressure. He throws it to the end zone again. Has Fuller out there. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Conley High School. Quayshawn Gaynor fell down in coverage. He's looking towards the official saying that he was pushed, but the grab is made by Fuller for a 29-yard touchdown reception. 19 seconds remain. It's 29-0 Vikings.
Yeah, we knocked Ahlers down there. Really put a good hit on him. But you got Fuller out there one-on-one, and that's just a tough assignment.
It's the Holden Ahlers show tonight, Archie. So far, at least in this first half. Snap, ball down, and the kick on the way, and the extra point makes it an even 30. Washington's playing its home opener tonight, and it's not going well so far. And we'll see if some adjustments are made. This Conley team can score in a hurry. It just seems like Washington's defense has just been out there too long.
Too long with too many short fields. I mean, they've played well. It's just really hard to shut down Holden Ahlers.
Holden's done a ton already to tell you about. The numbers continue to change. Right now he's 18 for 27 for 253 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's rushed 6 times, 37 yards, for 30 yards with a touchdown as well.
Credit the Conley coaching staff. I looked for Ahlers to throw the ball about 30, 35 times. He's already hit that in the first half.
Yep. He's a good one. There's no question. Maybe the best player that Washington's going to face this year. And he's been well protected most of the time by this offensive line that has 4 new starters. Our Pan-Pack profile at halftime will be Frederick Holscher. You'll get the chance to know Holscher and also get your halftime scores. We'll update the stats as well as the boot from Whitehurst goes over the head of Jaquez Ruffin. And with 15.2 left to go, it's a touchback. And Washington will set up shop at the 20-yard line. You're listening to Pan-Pack Football on 103.7 WTIB. My name's Josh Graham. Archie Jennings is my broadcast partner. John McCormick's here as our spotter. And Kyle Gallagher, who you'll get a chance to know and love, is back in our studio. And we'll update you on scores and other fun things. Maybe you'll learn something. 2 receivers are to the right of Frederick Holscher, 1 to the left. 15.2 seconds left to go. Washington is down 30-0 on TIB. And now, what have we? Play being delayed by the officiating crew. Ball set up at the 20 after the touchback. And now the officials are having conversations with the right tackle, to the quarterback, to the running back of Washington High, now to his field judge, or to his line judge. That's George Smith. Now we're ready to go. Snap, handoff, stretch play to Sway Poe near side. He will have a 7, maybe an 8-yard gain on first down. He steps out of bounds, but the clock continues to roll for some reason. And that's going to be the last play of the first half. Gain of 9 officially for Sway Poe. And there's the horn. 30-0. Conley High School at the break. Archie, your reaction is?
Well, I'm very, very impressed with Holden Ahlers, to say the least. He's, I think, looking the best he's looked so far this year. Really hitting his throws. The slant has been there all night long. They could get as much as they wanted to there. And we're really just asking too much of the Pan-Pack defense.
Putting the ball on the tees, Will Whitehurst. He's been busy, and he's hit all of his point-after tries. He has a big leg, but he's missed the only field goal he's attempted tonight. Back for Washington High School, Jaquez Ruffin and Hakeem Ruffin. They're not brothers, are they?
No, they're not.
Cousins.
Cousins.
I should say Sway Poe's out there, not Hakeem Ruffin, as the boot comes line drive down the right sideline and past Jaquez Ruffin into the end zone. Washington will start at the 20-yard line. It is 30-0 Conley as Frederick Holscher enters scene right and on to the field attacking from left to right for the blue-shirted Washington Pan-Pack.
You know, Josh, we talked while we were away about maybe just going downfield. Even if we don't hit the intermediate length pass, maybe it'll open up some of our shorter passing game.
Frederick Holscher is a junior quarterback, 1 for 6 passing, but no positive gains yet. As he gets set for the first play of this quarter, we'll see what adjustments Washington makes. Trips formation, the first time we've seen this with all the receivers to the near side of the field. Handoff goes up the middle, and Sway Poe is swallowed right at the line by a group of Conley Vikings. And it's going to be no gain on first down. Sway Poe exits, replaced and spelled out there by Hakeem Ruffin now. 3 receivers to the left, same formation. At the end of the lines, the tight end, Drew Ferguson. 1 safety back for Conley. Here's a screen pass left. It's caught by Malik Bell. He races forward, gets a couple. 4-yard gain on second down, sets up second down and 6. Chris Smith made the hit.
We've gone to that play pretty effectively in the last 2 games, Josh. The only problem is it's in everybody's package, so it's pretty easy to defend.
You just got to string together some of these completions. Now that's the first positive gain. Second down and 6 coming up from the 24-yard line. Snaps the Holscher. He pump fakes, looks, has some pressure. He breaks away. He's across the 30-yard line, has the first down before being brought down. The clock went off in the head of Frederick Holscher, and he broke away from a defender and found the left sideline and just reached over the first down marker before Nick Brown got him.
Talked to Coach Sawyer earlier in the week, and all of Frederick's passes so far have been 1-2 ball, and now he needs to go 1-2-3 ball. He almost had enough time there, but made a really effective scramble out of it.
10:40 left to go in the third quarter. 30-0. Conley leads it. This is the first drive of the second half, engineered by the Washington offense. Snaps the Holscher. He hands off the Ruffin, running left, and he is dropped for a short loss. A tackle for loss for Jazion Daniels, who's been busy today. He's only a sophomore, 6 feet tall, 190 pounds. Conley has a good defensive front 7, and we've seen it, and also a good shutdown corner in Jaquavion Bridges. He has the interception. He's almost had a couple others as well. 10 minutes left to go. Clock moving. Second down and 11 for the Washington offense. 3 receivers are right of Frederick Holscher, none to the left. Handoff goes right up the middle. Sway Poe tries to dance out of a tackle. He's brought down for a loss of 1 as well. On the inside handoff, it was a delayed give. Jeremy Joyner clogging up the middle of that defense. He had 81 tackles last year, 5 for loss. And right here he gets a tackle for loss to send Washington back 3rd down and 12.
Josh, you're talking about that front 7 for Conley. The most active guy out there is Chris Smith, 23. He's going to be coming on almost every play. Washington's clearly trying to get underneath him.
He plays as an outside backer, a stand-up defensive end at times. 55-yard interception return against Southeast Raleigh. He had 64 tackles and 6 tackles for loss a year ago. Snap is the Holscher on 3rd down and 12. He throws across the middle of the field. It's off the hands of Matt Black, but to Matt's credit, it was slightly behind him, right at the midfield W on a post pattern. Holscher was given the time. Isaiah Carter came in late to break it up. 4th down and 12, and Washington is bringing out the punt team.
But that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. That's about a 20-yard up the field pass. Might give us a little more cushion next time out.
Ben McKeithen's in the punt. He gets his footing and establishes it at the 20-yard line. Cover punt for Washington. Here's the snap to McKeithen. And he sends it off the side of his foot. It's not going to go far, but takes a Washington bounce at the 46-yard line, rolls towards the 40, and that's where Conley will start. 36-yard punt after the roll. So Ben McKeitha can use that. Maybe get a little bit of confidence in the punt game. Now Conley takes over with Holton Ahlers. If you're just joining us, Holton is 18 for 27 for 253 yards passing in the first half. 3 touchdown passes, 1 touchdown run, and 30 yards rushing. 8:57 left to go third quarter. Here's the first play for Conley, and it's a draw play to the back. Farrell, his 7th carry is good for 5 yards to the 45-yard line of Conley. Turner Ragland makes the stop, bringing up 2nd down and 5.
Our defensive line has played well tonight. Got a lot of good pressure on Ahlers, but the surge from the Conley offensive line just then showed me we're getting tired.
4 new starters across that Conley offensive line. First drive of the second half for Conley, making the jet sweep as Ahlers hands to the running back Farrell. And Farrell is hit right at the line, but still died forward for about 2. DQ McCullough, who was questionable to play today, he was a game-time decision, plays and has played well despite an illness earlier today. Brings up 2nd down and 3. Or 3rd down and 3, I beg your pardon. 8 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Fans playing. Holton Ahlers looks towards the sideline. Washington fans haven't had much to cheer about in this one. It's 30-0. 2 receivers to the right of Ahlers, 1 to the left. Snaps, Ahlers throws right, and it's through the hands of C.J. Johnson. Right in front of the Conley bench. Nazir Hardy broke in there. I don't think he got a piece, but he did get in the sideline or in the sight lines of Johnson, which forced the incompletion.
He did interrupt his vision, but if that ball had been any lower, I think Nazir was going to take it to the house.
It's one of those things you got to take a chance on.
Yeah.
7:50 left to go. Snap goes to Farrell. He runs left, breaks out of the down across the 40, down to the 36 before Washington brings him down. On 4th down and 2, or in 3 yards. You can't give up that. It's going to be a gain of about 16 yards on 4th down and 3. And Conley at the 36-yard line has 1st down and 10 in Washington territory.
Mark Halbert in on the tackle.
Penalty flags fly in for the play. 7:35 left to go. 30-0's our score. Conley looking to add to it on the first drive of the second half. He didn't move. Start, though.
Illegal procedure.
On this first down play.
Josh, the right side of a Pan-Pac defense has a tendency to get too far upfield too fast, and that's where those runs kind of cut back underneath them for big gains.
DQ McCullough comes off, and he's spelled out there by a much smaller defensive line. Austin O'Neill is on the near side to replace him. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. In motion from the right side of the quarterback to his left is Farrell. That quarterback's Ahlers. He has the snap, rolling left, has a man on the wheel, and it's through the hands of Farrell. And thank goodness, if it wasn't, that might be 6.
That's what John Blank calls the backyard play. They rolled out, nothing there, and everybody just streaks.
Well, Conley's seemed to master the backyard play. 3 times they've run it. 2 times it's gone for scores, and once nearly, or the 3rd time, it nearly went for a score there if Farrell hauls it in. 7:12 left to go, third quarter. 30-0's our score. Holton Ahlers is in the shotgun. He has the snap, rolls out right after faking the jet sweep to Deuce Fuller. Ahlers wants it deep, goes down the sideline, has an open man, touchdown, Conley. It's C.J. Johnson all alone behind the play. Holton Ahlers was hit late, being helped up by his teammates. It's 36-0 Conley, and Holton Ahlers is slow to get up. Ahlers is still being helped at the 42-yard line, and now he's back down to the field. You'd hate to see this.
You really do.
Yeah, he's having a terrific game, and you can root for whatever side you want, but you do root for somebody. No, you never root for someone to get hurt, especially one who's putting on a show and playing as hard as Holton Ahlers is. It's a touchdown pass, though, from 30 yards away. Ahlers going over the top, or make it 30 or 40 yards away with the false start. A 40-yard touchdown over the top to C.J. Johnson, the second time those two have hooked up. Extra points to be lined up. Ball is down, kick is through. 37-0 Conley with 7:03 left to go. We're back in a minute for more play-by-play action on WTIB. Nothing Conley. A late hit applied to Holton Ahlers sent him out of the game, but he appears to be okay. A late flag came in, and the 15-yard penalty moves Will Whitehurst on the kickoff up to the Washington 45-yard line to boot this one. We'll see if he kicks this one through the uprights. Heck, maybe it will get to the new Washington Pan-Pac Fieldhouse. As he puts the ball on the tee, left-footed boots, and he kicks it high in the air to force Washington to field it. It's off of the hands of the Pan-Pac returner, and Conley appears to have it. Oh, my goodness. Coming in late, not expecting the high boot, was Jaquez Ruffin. He muffed the kick and then was drilled. Ball's on the field, and Conley has recovered the football. Oh, goodness. That's one of those things. Smart play by Conley, knowing that easily this kicker could boot it out of bounds. He has the last three kickoffs. He purposefully kicked that one high to give his team a chance, and Washington didn't seem prepared.
We didn't have a good read on it. Hit his knee, I think, and then came out.
And it looks like Holton Ahlers' night might be finished.
No, he's coming back.
Oh, where's he at? There you are.
Yeah.
It's hard to miss him. 6'4", 235. Just had to check. The backup quarterback for Conley is Andrew Pittman, a junior as well. But, man, it's tough to be the same classmate as Holton Ahlers if you expect to play a quarterback. 37-0 to score with 7 minutes left to go, third quarter. Snap is to Ahlers. He looks right, has a man in the flat. It's through the hands of the receiver, incomplete.
Josh, I'm just glad he's okay. I mean, you'd hate to see something like that, interrupt his season, a late hit like that. It was just, something we need to stay away from.
I hate to continue harping on what he is, but just looking at his build, he doesn't seem like a guy who can be hurt, almost.
No, I think if he sees it coming, he's going to be fine at 6'4", 235. It's just something he gets blindsided with.
6:57 left to go. It's second down and 10. Ahlers looks to the sideline for the call from his head coach, Nate Connor. C.J. Johnson, who had a touchdown just moments ago, is wide to the left, two receivers right. Snaps to Ahlers. Handoff on the draw play comes to Farrell. He has the first down, and he is close to inside the 10-yard line. He needed to get to the 11. Should be a first down for Conley. And it is first down and goal from the 9.5-yard line. Tackle by Austin O'Neill. He had 12 tackles against Conley a year ago, 99 on the season, and 3 sacks. In the slot left is Johnson, two receivers to the right. Ahlers once again with plenty of time on the play clock. Goes to the line to call signals. 15 seconds left on the play clock. In motion from the right side of the line to the left is Blake Mazik. Ahlers with 8 on the play clock. Has a man come in motion. Here's the snap. Handoff is to Farrell, the running back, after a fake of the jet sweep to Pittman. and dropped right at the line of scrimmage. Farrell by Walter Carter, the big 6-foot, 185-pound defensive end from Washington. 5:50 left to go, third quarter. 37-0's the score. Conley is marching inside the red zone inside the 10. Here is a second down and goal play, and the inside handoff is going nowhere. Washington's defense standing tall yet again. Let's see if they can get a third down stop of this Conley offense. Turner Ragland applied the hit. 5:20 left to go. Conley rushes it to the line yet again. Two receivers are right, one to the left. 37-0 is the score. Here's the snap. Ehlers has man-to-man coverage left side, and C.J. Johnson splits in, catches the ball, and he's in for 6. Rontavion Floyd got beat, and C.J. Johnson has the 9-yard touchdown reception, his third of the game, and it's 43-0.
Josh, they had man coverage, as you said, but also our strong safety slipped up trying to defend the run. The slant was there entirely.
Another touchdown pass from Holton Ehlers. We'll try to get the numbers updated. A lot to tell you about. Snap, kick on the extra point, and the point after is added. 44-0 with 5:07 left to go. We'll take a break and be back in a minute. You're listening to Pan Pac Football on TIB.
Everybody knows.
After the latest touchdown, it's 44-0 Conley High School on top of Washington D.H. Conley High School, to be exactly precise. And the ball's on the tee for Will Whitehurst, the left-handed or left-footed boot, that is. Goes off the hands of the Washington running back. Jacquez Ruffin into the end zone. They're going to give him the touchback, and that might have been a gift because it was off his hands, and then he grabbed it into the end zone. Touchback, and Washington takes over at its own 20-yard line.
Yeah, that would have been the last thing we needed, was to start on the 10 or inside the 10.
Holton Ehlers 2 for 5 in the second half with 2 touchdown passes, 50 yards throwing. 6 rushes, 37 yards for Coleman Farrell so far in the second half as well. C.J. Johnson has both the touchdown catches, giving him 3 on the evening. 44-0's the score inside. 5 minutes left to go, third quarter. Inside handoff from Frederick Holscher goes to Sway Poe, who runs left. Short gain of about 2, maybe 3 yards, as he tried to gut his way through the middle of that D.H. Conley defense, and there wasn't much doing there.
Coach Sawyer must see something there. We've opened up the last 3 series with that same play up the middle.
Hakeem Ruffin comes out of the ball game. Swaypo stays in. 3 receivers are out to the near side of the field, right of Frederick Holscher. The Pan Pac attacks from left to right. No receivers to the far side. Snap to Holscher. Has a man at the slot. Has Dawson Elks, who catches it at the 25, and he jukes his way to the 28-yard line. 1.5 yards short of the first down sticks. Inside 3 minutes left to go, third quarter. Tackle applied by Jeremy Joyner. That big defensive end making a stop on an inside receiver. He does it all.
We've also talked about Chris Smith a couple of times. I'm telling you, he's got his ears pinned back on these pass plays. He is coming hard.
He really does.
Yeah.
Washington High School gets the play call from head coach Sport Sawyer. and his 20th year as the head or as a coach here at Washington. Quickly rushing to the line. Holster throws left side. Matt Black makes the catch, but it's for a loss in the backfield. Isaiah Carter applied the boom on Black, and it's going to be a loss of 2 yards to the 27-yard line, bringing up third down and 4, or fourth down and 4, I beg your pardon. And Washington's going to punt it away.
At this point, we cannot give up a down or a running play and up the middle. We just need to open it up and go vertical. We've talked about it many times.
Mm-hmm. Washington High School sponsors G.W. Walker & Sons in downtown Washington. Also East Coast Equipment and Talos Hospital Pharmacy as the snap goes back to Ben McKeithen. He boots into it. Back Deuce Fuller and Connor O'Brien. O'Brien calls for a fair catch. Hauls it in after the boot had some pretty decent hang time. At the 46-yard line is where Conley will start this drive. Lee Chevrolet, Vidant Beaufort Hospital, Nationwide Agent Dave Alton, Beaufort Community College, Rod Cantrell of Edward Jones Investment, Williams Auto Body, The Rich Company, Pizza Inn, David's Trash Service, and the Potash Corp Aurora. We thank all of you for being a part of Washington High School football this season and our first ever year broadcasting the team. Hopefully people don't think we're bad luck.
Ayler's
we got
back.
The mayor here.
Yeah, we got the mayor.
That's all that matters. Morgan Ayler's son, Holton, is back out for the Conley Vikings. And an inside handoff to Coleman Farrell goes up the middle, 4 yards to the 50. The only reason I mentioned Morgan, obviously ECU football season has started. He's the voice of Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. And the Pirates got a big win on Saturday, 52-7. The inside handoff went right to the 50-yard line for that gain of 4 from Farrell. Bringing out 3 receivers to the right. This Conley offense is continuing to click. 44-0's the score with 1:30 left to go in the third quarter. Handoff is to Farrell again. He jets forward for 2-3 more, which will bring up third down and 4. Mark Halbert brought down Farrell. So third down and 4 is coming up. 44-0. Conley's up on the scoreboard. And Washington season opener, Conley's going to snap a 5-year drought against Washington High School. The last 4 years have been close games. That last win was 41-0 several years ago in 2011. Draw play goes right, and the running back Farrell is over the sticks for a first down, but penalty flags came in late in the area of holding on a run play to the right side of the field. Mark Halbert may have been held up, and he was. It's a holding call on Conley. Clock still moving, though. Incorrectly. I don't think the officials see that the clock is moving.
No, Josh, I think we're in the running clock situation. I checked. It's 42 points.
It's 42? Okay. See, the officials didn't spot it off early enough. 44-0 is the score. The final seconds of this half are going to expire. I thought it was 40 or 42. Turns out it was, but the officials didn't learn this until about 30 seconds ago, it appeared. And at the end of 3, your score, Conley 44, Washington no score. Back in a minute on 103.7 WTIB. Welcome you into the fourth quarter where Conley leads Washington High School 44-0 in a moving clock situation. Conley attacking from left to right. They haven't started this fourth quarter clock yet as Holton Nailers retakes the field. He has thrown for 5 touchdown passes, ran for 1. As the fourth quarter starts, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And the clock begins to move on the official's whistle. Snap to Ehlers, handoff goes up the middle, and Isaiah Gamble gets his first handoff of the game. And his first rush is a loss of 2 yards, and will set up 4th down and 17. Penalties drew back Conley in this drive. So it'll be a punt coming up for Conley. Holton Nailers comes to the sideline for the Vikings. Washington still has time to get on the scoreboard, and even though the game is out of hand, it will be a huge deal if they score because you get that monkey off your back.
Absolutely. And we talked about this. The first 3 games, all about getting answers around schemes and personnel. I'm not sure how many answers we've gotten yet, but we got to keep looking.
With 10 seconds left on the play clock, here comes Conley from the sideline. We'll see if they get the play off in time. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Will Whitehurst needs the snap. 2 seconds. 1, he gets it. And here's the left-footed boot. Back is Matt Black. This is returnable. He stands at the 20 and fields it. Running left, he needs to get around 1. He does. Has the sideline running straight down the sideline from the 40. He cuts back across the 45 to the 50 and dropped there. 30-yard return for Matt Black to the 50-yard line before Blake Mazik applied the hit. Washington in good field position, moving clock with 10:34 left to go.
Yeah, we're looking for somebody to make a play here. Mazik actually saved a touchdown there. Matt Black was on his way.
Washington has been effective at times in the run game. Frederick Kolscher has struggled passing the football. Only 3 completions here in the second half. He is 3 for 4, though, in the half. Kolscher has the snap. Hands off to Poe. He's trying to work around the right tackle. He does so. Gets across the 45 to the 43 before being wrestled down. It's a gain of 5 yards. 1 first down as the line of scrimmage was the Conley 48. 2nd down and 5 forthcoming. Ball at the right hash. Conley bringing some reserves in on defense. 9:40 left to go in the game. Clock moving. Uriah Aaron's in the lineup. Out left at receiver for Washington. Snap to Holscher. Hands off. Hakeem Ruffin. Ruffin breaks away from run tackles. Gets to the left side. Does he have the edge? He doesn't, but he does have the first down across the 35-yard line and brought down inside the 30. Jalen Monroe, the corner, pushed out Hakeem Ruffin. He's had a big day, Archie.
He has run hard. He's looked good. I don't think he's worried about that leg anymore.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And Washington has the first down at the 27. First down at 10. Malik Bell, the lone receiver right to the left on the near side of the field. Aaron jumping off sides before the snap was Taekwon Satterwhite. 6'2", 245. He's a junior, a beefy kid in the middle of this defensive line. So Washington has it now at the 22. This is as far as Washington has gotten all game.
Right, and we're working against some reserves. We know that, but we're just not going to tell anybody.
I won't. You mentioned it, I didn't. 8:22 left to go. Receivers to both sides of Frederick Holscher, 2 backs. The snap to Holscher. Hands off to Poe. Running around right side. Stiff arm. Gets around the edge. 15, 10, 5. Get in there. Touchdown, Washington High School.
Hallelujah.
Sway Poe from 22 yards away. And the Pam Pack, you heard it right, is on the board.
You know, that's what it's supposed to be like, Josh. The band's playing, the fans are cheering, the cheerleaders are waving their pom-poms. We could get used to that.
I tell you what, 7:58 left to go. I'm stammering now. I'm excited. 44-6 is the score. And now the first chance for an extra point. Matt Black to hold. And this is Auburn Paul, the kicker. First PAT attempt of the season. He was 13 of 20 last year. Snap, ball down, kick on the way, and the kick is good.
That's
44-7. We'll step aside for a quick break. 7:58 left to go. Washington with its first score of the season on 103.7 WTIB. Washington gets its first touchdown of the season. It's a 48-yard drive for the Pan-Pac offense, capped by the touchdown run from Sway Poe, scoring from 22 yards away. Kickoff from Ben McKeithen out to the 22-yard line is fielded out there by Deuce Fuller. And from the 22-yard line, he motors his way across the 35-yard line near the 40 left sideline before being brought down by the Washington special teams coverage unit. 7:45 left to go. The Washington offense, Hakeem Ruffin and Sway Poe actually running the ball pretty well. When it comes to Poe in the second half, 5 rushes for 30 yards and the score.
Yeah, Sway looks great when we go back to those wing tee style runs. He really loves that style of play.
And as for the Conley offense, Holton Ahlers has been the story of this game, but appears his night is finished. Here comes the backup quarterback, 5'9", 180 pounds, Andrew Pittman.
And Fuller coming back in the game.
He looks a lot smaller if you're standing him next to Morgan Ahlers, or Holton or Morgan. Take your pick. I keep saying Morgan. Here's the inside handoff. He's a good friend of ours. It goes right to Deuce Fuller, and Fuller is around left, right end, and he's close to a first down. A 9-yard carry for Fuller, and they're going to mark him just short.
Hey, Josh, I want to go back before we cut away from break. We had that PAT from Auburn Paul. He was a great kid. Nobody outworks that kid. He practices all the time, and he drilled that PAT. Love to see it.
It's good to see him get an opportunity to kick. 2 receivers are to the right and 2 to the left for Conley High School. 44-7, the Vikings are up. Backup quarterback in, it's Pittman, and he gives the ball off to Isaiah Gamble, the backup running back, and he's swarmed by a group of Pan-Pac. It's going to be a gain of 2, maybe 3. On first down, Turner Ragland supplied the stop. 44-7, Washington's down, but they do get that score here in the fourth quarter. Clock's moving inside 6 minutes. Washington's going to fall to 0-3, but has the week off to put things together. They did get a big monkey off their back and scoring on that last drive, their first score of the season. Snaps back to Pittman, handoff to Gamble. He is slammed at the line and swung back near the line of scrimmage. Mark Halbert right there. Also, Michael Clark, those 2 middle linebackers with big contributions on that play, coming in and drilling Isaiah Gamble for no gain.
Yeah, that's good to see. Clark stuck his nose in there. These guys they've played a great player, but they don't have anything to be ashamed of. 2nd
down and 7 for this Conley offense. In case you missed it, do we have the final numbers on one Holton Ahlers? He's 2 for 5 in the second half, 50 yards passing with 2 touchdowns. He had 3 touchdowns passing in the first half. 3 receiver formation for Conley this time, and it's a stretch play on the handoff. Having the back in the backfield was O'Neal, but he skittered away and shot forward for 3 more yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and medium on a 4-yard gain. Escaping there was Gamble yet again. With 4:29 left to go, Logan Little applied the hit. Timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. 44-7, Conley on top of Washington. More play-by-play action comes your way after that.
Number 81, Cooper Anderson, fields the punt. His knee is down at the 25-yard line, where the Pam Pack will take over 1st and 10. Fans, don't forget, this Friday night, the Pam Pack has the week off. 1 week from Friday, on the 16th day of September, they travel to Roanoke Rapids. Your next home game for the Pam Pack is Thursday night.
Hakeem Ruffin takes the first down carry after a Conley punt, pins the Pam Pack inside the 25-yard line. It's no gain for Hakeem Ruffin, 44-7 for Conley. Here with 2:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. Snap goes to Holscher. He hands off to Jaquez Ruffin, and he's going to be brought down for a loss of a yard. 2nd down and 10 turns into 3rd down and 11. Washington's off this week. No game. Remember, the reason we're playing on Monday is weather circumstances from, is it Hermine or Hermine?
Hermine.
Hermine blowing on through. I don't know anyone named Hermine. Never liked one.
Hermine, she mean.
She sounds very mean, and she turned out to be very mean. 2:05 left to go, clock moving. Frederick Holscher awaits the snap, takes it. Hands off to the back. Hakeem Ruffin, who runs left, breaks out of one tackle, and on second effort, the Conley backer got him down to the field. That's Nick Brown. It's going to be a gain of 8 yards on 3rd down, but short of the sticks. So 4th down is here for Washington, and why not go for it? 1:37 left to go. Here's the first time Washington has attempted a 4th down play in this game. Sport Sawyer gives the play to Frederick Holscher with 1:25 left to go. At the 30-yard line, they need to get to the 34, and we have movement along the lines, and I don't think it's the good kind. It isn't. Ball starts, and Washington will move it back, and with that, I think the punt unit will come out, and here they are. Clock moving at 1 minute left to go in the game.
Yeah, Washington really wanted to follow up their touchdown with a solid possession. Unfortunately, that's the kind of thing that we've seen in the first 3 games, just shooting ourselves in the foot.
After this one ends, Washington, like we said, will not have a game Friday, but we'll be back here for a special Thursday night game, which will also be televised as McKeithen boots this one away over the head of Fuller, bouncing inside the 40, near the 30-yard line. It's down at the 31. 29 seconds left to go as the clock is stopped. Maybe, possibly, nope. Clock's just going to continue to roll. No one's going to say a thing about it. Next week, Conley has West Carteret at home, or this week on Friday. And then it is J.H. Rose down the road on the 23rd of September. No more plays to be ran. The ball game is going to end. The clock continues to move. Final score, Conley 47, Washington High School 7. The Pam Pack got the score in the 4th, and that was huge. But Conley snapped a 4 or 5-year losing streak in the head-to-head series against Sport Sawyer's club. 3-0 are the Vikings of Conley. As for Washington, the Pam Pack falls to 0-3. Studio. Again, the final score, Conley 44, Washington High School 7. We'll see you next Friday at Roanoke Rapids. From all of us here at Choppy Wagner Stadium, my name's Josh Graham saying so long and good night.